Hey, friendos, Steve here.
Hello.
And welcome back to Going In Raw Overrun.
Overrun.
It's bonus episode
Bonus
time.
episode time.
How you doing? It's bonus episode time.
Gosh.
Hey, how you doing? Anyway,
Realest bonus episode in the room.
it's the realest boner in the room.
Title's still all out predictions.
Nice. Well done, me. I'm going to change that right now.
Yeah.
Bonus episode. I don't know what the deal is today, man. Everything's been botchy. That fucking Streamlabs update, man. It's fucking us. I'm telling you, it's fucking us. Fucking us. We had never had problems with Streamlabs.
Yeah.
And now that they had an update, freezing up.
Hey, let me ask him. Can I borrow $255?
Yeah.
And get this guitar
Gotta
pedal.
do that refi. What's that?
Get this guitar pedal.
Heck yeah, man.
It's a granular delay pitch shifter.
As long as you make me a song.
I'll make you a song. Hell yeah.
Yeah, dude. Like
All right,
the
deal.
dopest song?
Absolutely.
Bonus episode. But what should I title this? Matt Taven, piece of shit. I guess that should lead us into non-news.
Yeah, let's just get this out of the way because I feel like we can probably get at least 20 minutes out of this conversation. Waymaker asked, what is my favorite guitar? I have a Fender Mustang that I love. It's the best neck I've ever played on. Like, it's just a close-up of you, too.
My new hair, everybody.
Didn't even roll the graphic. But I need my switches fixed on there. I need to get taken in and get it fixed.
I had to explain what a podcast was to the lady cutting my hair last night.
She didn't know what a podcast was?
No.
Oh, okay.
I think she was like younger than us, too. A lot of people don't know. I remember Colt Cabana when he was doing his Art of Wrestling diary, basically, his audio journals during the trial, the CM Punk trial. He was saying that, after he got off the stand, he was like, yeah, so here's what I learned. If the jury was sort of a cross-section of society, he's like, nobody listens to podcasts.
Huh.
He's like, nobody knows what they are. Nobody listened. He said nobody in the room knew what a podcast
Wow.
was. So he had to explain it all.
Wow.
So I had to explain it to her. And then I was explaining to her, my hair is long. It's not good. People are like bugging me about it on the show. And she was like,
Can you fix it, please?
She's like, why don't you wear a wig? And I'm like, that is a terrible idea. I said, then they'll know. They'll see it. They'll just focus on me wearing a wig.
Yeah, I've never dropped that.
I said, if I go bald, I'm going to get hair plugs. And she's like, hair plugs? And I'm like, she's like, you mean a transplant? I'm like, yeah. And she's like, is plugs like a new term? And I was like, I think it's so old nobody uses it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
I think you're right.
So, anyways, let's talk about...
You didn't run the non-news graphic.
I
That's
did.
just on you.
I did. We were talking during it.
Oh, all right. This is exciting news. No, it's not. So, according to PW Insider, hot Ring of Honor superstar contract expiring end of September. Guess the superstar, Steve.
Well, I can see his name there, and it's their current world champion.
Oh, it's not hot.
Matt Taven.
Taven.
Matt Taven.
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 It says here, too, the two sides have not yet come to terms on a new deal.
So he's like, listen.
What leverage does Matt Taven have? Does he have other suitors?
He's their world champion.
Yeah.
That's like some inside leverage. Like, that you can count on me to not lose the title. Like, literally, he won't misplace it, or he hasn't yet.
No, because he says he doesn't keep it in his luggage. He puts it on display in his studio apartment.
Yeah. So it hasn't been stolen out of his trunk.
No.
If he has a car. So he hasn't left it on the bus.
No.
So that's good.
Or in an Uber.
On the other hand, they can say, if he's like asking for too much, like real money, they could go to him and say, well, look at the picture of the crowds that you're drawing.
Yeah.
And this
is why we can't give you any money.
They can show him the horribly empty. That's going to have to be the ad-free version.
Yes, I know. I got to do about stuff about that.
They're going to have to show him the horribly empty arenas.
Yes.
They could also say, well, look at what Patrick Sparks is saying about you.
And then he liked the tweet.
And then he liked a tweet that was like bad-mouthing him.
So maybe at least he has a sense of humor.
Patrick was going hard on him yesterday.
He always does, man.
Like, I was like, man, you got to bring it back a notch. Like, I legitimately, I'll be honest with you, I legitimately kind of feel bad for Matt Taven. He's in a tough spot. I mean, look, man. Yeah, he's a charisma vacuum who can't really wrestle. But if somebody says, hey, we're going to put the title on you, you take it. You don't say, well, hold on a second. I'm a charisma vacuum and I can't really wrestle. So, no. That's not his fault.
Well, assuming there's an increased payday.
What could he do to make his face not so annoying? There's nothing he could do.
You can wear a mask, Chris.
That's true. That's true. You could do that. How do you change your voice to make it not so annoying?
Not talk.
Okay. All right. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
How do you stop wearing purple when that's your favorite color?
Make blue your favorite color. Or red.
Let's see here. Where's Patrick Sparks' tweets?
Christopher Empressad has a good question here. Is Matt Taven the new Jeff Jarrett?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually really good.
Patrick Sparks says no, he liked the GIF reply. He didn't like the actual.
So here's the thing, though. Alex C says, how long until Steve loves Taven? Over under 6 months. Funny thing about that is that you can extend the Jeff Jarrett analogy even further. Even back then, I never liked Jeff Jarrett. I didn't like Jeff Jarrett until 20 years later, last year, when he showed up at Triple Mania and he started flinging tortillas to the crowd. That was hilarious. That was amazing. So I'll say in 20 years when he shows up at Triple Mania, out of shape, starts throwing tortillas at people, then I will be into Matt Taven.
All right.
So Patrick Sparks says, notice how Alex Shelley had to wake up that fan at Summer Supercard. That's because at Matt Taven, by the way, he tags him, can't carry a company top title, nor can he carry a compelling match with Alex Shelley because Alex outclasses him in every aspect of pro wrestling.
Wow.
Wow.
I saw the one where Patrick asked him if he can color inside the lines.
Yeah. Patrick Sparks shooting hard on Matthew Taven.
Yeah. Sort of like you shot hard on Shaq.
Oh, boy, that pissed me off.
I didn't even watch the video. I saw what you tweeted. I was like,
there was nothing to watch. There was nothing to watch. Did you read his tweet?
Yeah, briefly.
Do you know what it was?
Well, I mean, you want to be able to work for free.
Yes. And if you're selected, you get $500 whole dollars.
Wow.
To put in like a good probably week's worth of work.
Shackton.
Shackton, man. He's Shackton. That's the worst. Wayne says, my opinion of Taven is interchangeable with that of Mayhem. You know, the funny thing is, like, if I met Taven in person, he's probably a good guy. He's probably a decent human being. You know, I don't want to talk shit about the guy. But he's like, in terms of what he presents as his wrestling character, it's very unappealing.
Yeah,
it's not
you
something
could be
I
not
wanna
into
be
it.
part
That's
of.
totally cool.
Yeah. Joe Juarez. Anyone else want to see Steven Larson bring back punishments? Do we ever actually? I think we did like a couple.
I chopped you once.
He said loser wears a Matt Taven shirt.
I still have my Slapnut shirt.
Alex
Hello,
says,
W.S. Fletcher.
hello, friend. Alex says, I'm willing to make a bet that Steve loves Taven within 12 months, assuming he shows up on something that Steve actually watches. Do you think WWE would ever take Matt Taven?
No.
They would. Do you know why?
So AEW doesn't get him.
Yeah. They'll take anybody.
AEW doesn't want Matt Taven.
Here's the thing. AEW might succeed in making Sean Spears palatable. They might be able to do the same thing with Matt Taven.
Oh, man. Wow.
It's possible.
Sean Spears at least has the ingredients of a professional wrestler I want to see.
Does he?
Yeah.
Does he really?
I liked his run in NXT. I thought I was getting behind him.
Was he like? He wasn't like a takeover level wrestler though. And that's what I need because otherwise there's nothing going on there.
Patrick Sparks just says no one wants Matt Taven.
Here's the reason why they would take Matt Taven, and it's not just because they just want everybody.
Alexi says WB signs Matt Taven. Cody calls Vince and says thanks for that.
Yeah, I know exactly. Shackton.
Patrick Oliva says Impact will take him.
I don't know. That's good. Jimmy Thomas says, how long until I see Steve here shoots on Shaq in my YouTube recommendations? It's going to be the new Simon Gotch. Shoots on Enzo. Hey, is it possible that more people dislike Simon Gotch than Enzo? Have you noticed? Have you noticed like everybody that we've talked to, like that has ever known him, has like bad things to say about him?
Guess I really haven't thought about that much.
Yeah, I find that interesting because it's like every time anybody brings him up, and we're with anybody, weird.
He was very nice to us.
He was very nice to us. He was very nice. Are you scared that he's watching this right now?
No, I'm just saying.
He knew who we were.
Yeah.
He was like, "Hey, Stephen Larson."
I thought he knew who we were because of something we said.
I know.
Instead, it was from 10 for the Win.
I know.
So.
I mean, it's okay. Like he had that horrible comment about Dave Meltzer. That was terrible.
Yeah, that was really bad.
You can't be saying stuff like that.
No, you can't do that.
That's nothing compared. I mean, that's like what we said. That's nothing compared to what he said about Dave Meltzer.
You mean what we said?
Calling him Simon Botch and whatnot.
Oh, yeah. Alex C. Taven is basically Mike Canales without relatability or Maria. No, Mike Canales has got way more charisma than
Mike Canales has way more of that thing. Like that's why I like Bennett, man.
Yeah, he's
Canales,
really good.
Whatever his name is.
He's a good talker. He's good in the ring.
I've sort of like it bums me out actually. Like where have they been? He was in the Captain's Challenge.
I know. He was eliminated quickly.
Yeah, he was the first one eliminated, I think.
Did you see this? That they're advertising MJF, his show at StarCast, with special guest, Lost Child. It's Marco Stunt.
Oh, that's good.
It's pretty good, huh?
With Lost Child.
It's pretty good. Man, that's funny. Christian Ramprasad says, hey, Stephen Larson, they just released PWI Top 10 Wrestlers. Yep. We're going to be talking about that tomorrow on the news
Oh, joy.
show.
Oh, joy.
People always like to find out who the best wrestler in the world is.
Yeah, best wrestler
and then
in the
argue
world.
about it. Yeah.
Then we got to do the Stephen Larson top 10.
Okay.
Top 10 or top 500 rather.
All right.
Can we
JR Kratos, number 1.
Can we
do the
Popcorn Mike number 1? It's Popcorn Mike.
Popcorn Mike.
He's number 1. Hey, who's that, Cal? Oh, it's Popcorn Mike. That was the greatest response ever. Oh man. And then oh boy, that was good.
Oh wow. Woo.
Yeah, exactly. Alex, at what number does the orders become? Here's a wrestler.
No, I want the GIR 100, and it's all wrestlers from Northern California.
100, okay. Aaron Sky.
Yeah.
Sledge.
Yeah. Super Beast.
Super Beast.
Cal.
Yeah, for sure. Cal, he's in there. Simon Gotch.
JR Kratos.
JR Kratos. Popcorn Mike.
Popcorn Mike, yeah.
Sims. What was his first name?
Sean?
Sean Sims?
I think so.
I don't know.
Alexis Derevko.
Ben Espinoza says, hey, friendos, I predict that Chris Jericho will win the world title at All Out because AEW is going to be on TNT in October and Jericho is on WC Nitro.
We're in complete agreement on that one.
We are in agreement, Ben Espinoza. Primetime Brian Lee, isn't he dead?
No.
He's not a NorCal wrestler.
I don't think so. I don't think
he's alive?
I believe so.
No.
I thought so. You're thinking of Brian Adams. He's the one that's deceased.
Like 3 Brians in wrestling have died.
Yeah, Brian Clark's still alive.
What's Brian Lee doing? Brian Lee Harris is an American retired professional wrestler. He's 52. 6'7". What's he doing now? What are you doing? Let's see here. He's head of creative at AEW. That's weird. Didn't know that about Brian Lee.
Crazy. Yeah. Good for him.
No. I don't know what he's doing now. Maybe he's... Is Superhuman from NorCal? Sadly, no.
I don't think so. I don't know where he's from.
Would he be on our top 100?
Yeah.
Can we really legit come up with the top 100? That'd be great.
Of Northern California wrestlers?
No, just our own PW, our Stephen Larson.
I'm sure we could.
I mean, it'll be wrestlers that are like well known, and then on top of that, NorCal wrestlers.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to do regional anywhere else.
Let's do an alphabetical list of everybody in WWE.
Wait, alphabetical list. Whose name starts with an A?
By last or first name?
Last name.
Well,
Ali.
Ali.
It would just be Ali, number 1. That's a good number 1.
That's not a bad number 1.
That's a good number 1.
It's a good number 1.
Andrade. That's a great number 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really good number 2. Asuka, great number 3.
Yeah. Yeah. See, unlike PWI, we would not separate and have 2 different lists for men and women. We would just do one.
Oh, yeah.
Giant
of course.
list.
Albert's not even in the company anymore.
Who?
Albert.
No.
Oh, Apollo. Yeah, Apollo before Asuka, huh?
But no, we're going by last name, so it would be Cruz.
Do they still use Cruz in his name?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind then. Yeah, he's down the list.
Ooh, Cedric Alexander, actually, that would come before
Kind
Ali.
of crazy that Apollo Crews could jump from like probably 20 to like 3.
Mm-hmm.
Just if they got rid of his last name.
Mm-hmm.
What about Alberto Del Rio?
No.
Oh, no. It's a
Last name. So far, Cedric Alexander would be tops.
Oh, yeah. That makes
Because
sense.
E comes
Hey,
before
that's a
I.
great... Boy, what a great 1, 2, 3.
Yep.
Alexander, Ali, Andrade.
And then Curtis Axel.
Akam. Oh. Yeah, Akam.
Oh, yeah. He would be
Like
he would be number one, wouldn't
That's
he?
not good.
No, Akam would be number 1.
L-K-L. Oh, my God, you're right. Yeah, that list is busted.
Yeah.
There's nobody that has a last name that starts with like 2 A's?
No.
What a drag. What a bummer.
Yeah, bummer, man. What if we go start by the first name A? Would Adam Cole be number 1 then?
WS says, Steve, I thought Brian Lee was dead too. That is unfortunate. First thing we think about with older wrestlers. That's totally true. Carl Anderson.
Anderson.
Alex C said. Carl Anderson.
Well, we go by first name then. Adam Cole's number 1.
Ooh.
He tops the list. Baby.
Well, we'll have to formulate a different formula for the list. Is there any more stuff about 2K20 that's out? Because we just saw that
Samoa
one
Joe's
video.
entrance on Chris Danker's channel.
Let's see here. That's live dashboard. WWE 2K20.
Oh, then Aiden English would be number 2.
He's not a wrestler.
He's an announcer now.
He's an announcer. Let's see here. Watch the full okay. So everybody has the. Here we go. 2K games. Everybody has that Samoa Joe thing.
Well,
Can we put it on our channel?
No, I don't think so.
See, look, they put it on theirs.
Yeah, that's WB Games. That's the actual thing.
Yeah, I know.
That's theirs. That's the game.
Well, I mean, they let Chris Danker put it on his channel. Why can't we put it on ours?
I can think of about a million reasons why.
Why not?
Because he has about a million more subscribers than we do.
That's not stopping us from putting it on our channel.
Well, yeah, but there's also nothing stopping them from giving us a copyright strike if they don't want it on our channel.
They wouldn't do that to us.
I don't know.
I think they like us. Although, isn't somebody new involved at the social department now?
I don't know.
What was that dude's name? Brian somewhere or another?
Mm-hmm.
Is he out and Constant's in? What's going on with that? We know Constant.
Yeah.
Shouldn't we be the ones getting all the stuff since we know a guy? Maybe he doesn't like us.
Haven't talked to Constant in a number of years.
Ages.
Alex, he says Brian Lee.
Oh, man. Anyways, what else is there? We got 10 more minutes to fill in this.
All right.
Post show.
We'll answer some questions.
It's Thursday. Does the week go by super quick for you? Like
Yeah,
every week
it
it
does.
goes by so quick. Time just disappears, man.
Flat circle, man.
I have to get, the Earth, I know. I got to get the 5th anniversary stuff in.
Are all the designs finalized?
Well, I wanted to talk to you about options for the logo thing that you had an idea for. I'm not sold on it completely for the sticker.
Oh, okay.
I'm not completely sold on it because I don't know. It's not as exciting as some other options we might have.
All right.
Put it
Well,
that
it's just
way.
an idea. Sometimes we're just throwing out ideas. I'm just like,
I'm not shitting on it. I was just wanting to
kind
talk
of
to
feel
you
like
about
you
it.
are. Kind of feel like you are.
I can't wait till we get to show off the
Mm-hmm.
the design though. Only Secret Mod Chat has seen it, and Cal. But it's a hell of a design. Oh, that's crazy. Jonas says they're shooting season 2 of The Boys in front of my office right now, and I
that's
can
cool.
barely focus on my work.
That's pretty neat.
It's watching sets is very fascinating to me. It always was.
Yeah, I know.
You know, whenever you
It's by equal measures fascinating and kind of boring.
Oh, for sure. It's definitely boring, but it's always like, ooh, is something gonna happen.
Waymaker Larson put a Radiohead single into Room 101. What is Room 101?
Room 101 isn't that like akin to Straight to Hell?
Oh yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
But I don't know like the premise of Room 101 specifically.
I mean, you can put most of Pablo Honey in Room 101. There's like 2 or 3 decent songs on there. Otherwise, straight to hell. It's easy to do.
I mean, if you had to, that would be the one.
Yeah.
Either that or their last.
Anyone can play guitar. That's the one specifically.
Yeah.
That song's kind of embarrassing.
It's kind of cheesy, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's see here. Alex C. So is the guy who designed it also the guy who does a bunch of Star Trek art? I don't know. I've never seen him do Star Trek art before. He does a bunch of wrestling stuff.
Mm-hmm. Dean Miner wants me to learn how to play Tribute from Tenacious D.
Are you a big Tenacious D fan? I don't like comedy rock. I'm not huge into that.
I don't care for comedy rock, but I don't mind if the lyricist does have a sense of humor, if that makes sense. Like, the lyrics are just kind of witty, but not necessarily funny.
I don't like stuff that's supposed to be like comedy.
I agree.
Yeah.
But I like a good, I mean, like if the lyricists are witty.
Yeah, oh, sure, yeah.
A clever, turn of phrase or whatever, that's interesting.
Yeah.
And maybe they wrote it because they thought, oh, this is funny, but it's not intended to be comedy.
Yeah, no, I feel, for sure.
Yeah.
I like cleverness, sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, are there any comedy, like, rock albums that you like? Like that one song about banging like animals or whatever. What is that song?
The Bloodhound Gang?
I mean, it's a catchy song.
Yeah,
but
I was never into them.
I can't really get into that stuff.
No, I don't guess so.
I mean, Spinal Tap.
Yeah.
I can get into Spinal Tap,
Tap's
but I'm
good.
not going to sit there and listen to it and rock out to Big Bottom.
No.
It's a funny song and it's good for karaoke.
But there's a lot of rappers who some of their individual lyrics are funny.
That's at that point I can kind of get into it. Sometimes there's some like comedy. There's some. Yeah.
But maybe they are not. They have individual lines or even whole songs that are funny.
Yeah.
But they are not like as an act comedic.
Well, probably one of the best examples of that is the Beastie Boys. They never really came off to me, like, especially after, like, maybe their first album seemed like, especially the video. I mean, just going by the videos.
Yeah.
Like, there's some comedy stuff there.
Yeah.
But they were just good, you know? So maybe them. Yeah, Lonely Island, but I don't consider, I would never listen to a Lonely Island song the same way I listen to like any other music, you know? It's like, oh, this is amusing, but I'm not going to just listen to it.
Yeah.
If I'm going to listen to a Lonely Island song, I'm going to listen to it on the video because their videos are really funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was a fan of Weird Al just to the extent of his parody stuff. That's all I ever cared about. You know what? Flight of the Conchords, that's actually a good exception for me. I actually did have a bunch of their songs on various playlists. I really did like them.
I guess it depends on how musical the particular act is, you know?
Yeah, sure.
If their songs more or less exist to be fodder for comedy, or if they're really good songs that just happen to be funny. You know?
Jonathan said, you guys watched the Bash Brothers sing The Lonely Island, dude. Yeah, I thought it was great. I thought it was so good. Oh, Ben mentions that Greg Hamilton is now the 2K20 announcer. I think that's great. I wonder if you can hound him and make him like redo your intro. Do it again.
They should have Mike Roman there with different color hair every week.
A bit more, yeah.
He's not blonde anymore.
I know that lasts like 2 weeks.
It's weird.
You're not supposed to do that to your hair, man. You're not supposed to go bleach blonde
and then dye it back to something else. It's not good for your follicles.
No,
hair all fall out.
It's gonna fry it, man.
D Minor asked if you can put wrestlers into rock bands. Who would you pick?
I don't know. Who can play an instrument?
Well, Xavier Woods plays trombone.
Yeah.
So he could be in a horn section of some band.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know who else plays an instrument though.
You put have the Fiend just dance or something in a Slipknot.
I feel like Aleister Black could probably sing the vocals for his theme song. That's just kind of.
I don't know. There's a lot of screaming there.
Yeah. You don't think he can scream?
I'm not sure he's a screamer. He's got a very raspy voice.
No.
Not sure it lends itself to John.
D Minor says Jeff Hardy is frontman for Slipknot. Oh, good question. Patrick Sparks. Brawl for All Funhouse. Who wins?
Oh, that's actually good. Jonas says Elias into Creed.
There you go.
That's like the top answer right there. What's that?
Brawl for All for Funhouse. Who wins?
Well, it'll come down to Bruce or James.
James is probably in the best shape. I've seen some of his gym videos.
He's
pretty jacked.
Is there anybody in Funhouse that has? I mean, if you want to go with like simmering anger, then you go with Kovic.
Mm-hmm. He's in pretty good shape now too.
Yeah, I'm just not sure how like if he would be able to channel that anger into physicality.
There's that. There's physical conditioning, but there's also the ability to fight.
Yeah,
because it's not always the strongest or most physically fit person who wins a fight. If you know how to fight, that kind of trumps basically anything else.
And this is Brawl for All, so it's a shoot fight.
And that's the answer. I don't know to the particular question. I don't know the only thing I can know about as far as attitude, if I had to pick someone based on their personality to win a fight, it would be Bruce.
I think me too. I've seen him get fired up about things. So I think I would go with Bruce
and
also.
If he's got something that he wants to do or he thinks is the right thing to do, he will not let go.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
And he will fight to make that happen. So just based on that, I'd probably give the edge to Bruce.
I think you're right about that. I'm with you on that. Patrick thinks Lawrence is Bart Gunn. I don't know, man. So like the guy that they wouldn't like. So Bruce maybe is like Dr. Death, and we're like, man, this guy's he's gonna go all the way. Mm-hmm. But in fact, Lawrence, low key, is Bart Gunn. Nobody picks him.
I know nobody picks him. But wasn't Bart Gunn like a Golden Gloves boxing champion or something like that? He had a boxing pedigree.
It didn't matter.
Yeah,
they were so kayfabed up their own ass. Ben asks, "Who's the best heel in professional wrestling history?" He just retracted his own message.
Oh dear,
Ben, what happened to your Ben?
What happened?
Ben? Okay, Ben. I need you to go to the nearest recruiter and turn yourself in.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, I think it's good enough for a bonus show today.
Yeah.
A bit silly, a bit light.
Oh, Patrick Sparks. He asked how far Matt Peak would go. I thought he did some like boxing training. I could be completely wrong about that.
He might be the Bart Gunn.
Maybe.
That could be. He seems like
he did some stuff.
He seems like a Rambo type. Like he'd be out there in the woods, like setting traps and stuff.
Wow, Nate Morris says Bruce would be the one who wants
to
see get KO'd. Wow.
I would never want to see that.
No.
I would if it was anybody that I'd want to see get KO'd, it'd be one of the new guys I don't know. Because they have like a million people there that I just don't know. Mm-hmm. So I'd say I don't know any of those guys. What does it say in his bio that he does MMA training?
No, I thought not necessarily.
Are you looking for training
MMA,
montages?
But he says peace-loving man. Matt Peak does, so maybe not. Maybe he's not the one to pick.
We'll end on this. Jonah says, "Who'd win Brawl for a Waymaker?" Says, "Get food, you pair of dibs." We already ate.
You already ate.
We did it between shows. Jonah says, "Who'd win Brawl for All today?" If they did Brawl for All today, and Brock is out of it. Wouldn't it be either which one? Akam or Razar had MMA training?
I think Razar.
So one of those guys had MMA training. Mm-hmm. So it'd either be one of them.
Well, Raw Gate Mutant would win. We did that already.
Sorry, that's right. Raw Gate Mutant would win.
Raw Gate Mutant would win.
It would come down to him and
Samoa Joe with the
Ice Cream Man in the final.
No.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that was the semifinals.
Yeah, Ice Cream Man lost in the semis.
Rob Zerver gave us that like a 6 3/4 star match.
Love that show.
That was a good one.
It was good.
See, that was a template right there.
Mm-hmm.
Lashley might win. Riddle might win.
I'd give the edge to Riddle.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know if he still does, but for a while he held the record in UFC for like takedown percentage.
Yeah. And all he did, he just won a little bit of weed.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Corbin, he was
They keep on saying he's a Golden Glove boxer.
Yeah.
Kyle O'Reilly does have some MMA training. Nakamura, he did professional MMA for a little bit.
He also does surfing.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anyways, now this time for reals, we're gonna leave.
Yeah.
Thanks, everybody. Goodbye.
Bye.